How we doing, everyone, and welcome to the latest challenge episode. You join me today on a very, very cold morning. It's -5. I'm up at this Sussex river with my friend Jamie, and we're going to be out targeting pike. The river's stretching away behind me. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. We've been walking for, I don't know, about 20 minutes to get to this spot. I'm traveling really light, but let's go see if we can catch a big pike from this Sussex river. And behind me, the sun is just coming up. I don't know if you can see that there, but what a glorious start to the day. I hope you enjoy this episode. And yeah, welcome to the Fishing with G show. We're just getting set up here on the river. Everything is frozen underfoot. It is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful winter's morning. I just thought I'd quickly run through the gear that I'm going to be using today. So I've got my ST10 carp rod. Let's say this is part of the challenge series, so I'm using the same equipment all year. Just one set of rods, one tackle box to go and target as many species as I can. So the rest of the stuff has all been put in a container. I'm just using one set of kit. So I've got my 10-foot carp rods here, my ST10s. That has got my large Shimano bait runner on there, and that is filled up with 40-pound braid. And to that braid, what I've done is I've actually put some 40-pound mono on there just to act like a little bit of a rubbing leader. That's connected via an Albright knot. And then on the business end, if I just swing it in here, it couldn't be simpler. On that mono, that 40-pound mono, I've got a stop bead, one of the float stops. And then I've got this little pike bob here, which is going to run up the line. So that's free running up the line. I've got one of my little black sea beads here. And then a 2.5 ounce carp lead running up the line there. Again, I use that for my carp fishing and all sorts of other fishing. So I've just got a carp lead there running up the line. And that goes down to a quick change swivel and a 2-hook, a 2-treble wire trace there. I think these are size 4s on there. 2 of the hook points are barbless. They're the ones that will actually hook into the fish. And then 2 of the points, so 1 on each hook, has been left barbed. And the reason for that is they're the ones that go into the bait. That holds the bait on. If you're going to put the barbless one inside the bait, then it'll fall off. So use the barbed hooks in the bait, leave the 2 other hooks on the trebles free to catch the fish. That means the barbless hook's going to catch the fish, makes it much, much easier for unhooking. But we're going to put these out. I'll turn the camera around in a second and show you where we're going to be casting, but we're going to be looking at the far bank snags, the near bank snags, and trying to position our baits on the patrol routes where we think those pike are either going to be sitting, waiting for the other fish to patrol up and down them, or maybe cruising around themselves. I think on a day like this, to be honest with you, with it being so cold, the pike are probably going to be sat up at the bottom of the shelves, just waiting to sort of like amble along and see what they can find on the bottom that comes up and down with the tide. It is slightly tidal this stretch, so it's going to be interesting fishing. But yeah, let's get these rods out, see if we can catch a pike. Just getting a net because Jamie just sitting there having a chat, and his float's just giving a few little twitches and bobs. Definitely had a little bit of interest down there. Well, unfortunately that bite didn't develop into anything for Jamie. Probably an eel or something, just playing around with the bait. But we're having a lovely time up here on the river. It is freezing though. As the river level's dropping, the margins are freezing as the water's dropping. I don't think I've been on the bank with it being this cold for quite a while now. I think -5 it was showing in the car, but as we got down to the river, it actually feels a bit colder than that, to be honest with you. But our saving grace is the sun's rising. Look at that behind me. Absolutely beautiful sunrise. It's a stunning part of the world, this. Really nice and quiet and tranquil. And it's a lovely way to fish. We've got 4 rods being fished down the river, so basically on single bank sticks. And what we're going to be doing is just giving it about half an hour in each in each section of this river, and then we'll move the 2 rods that are further downstream. They'll be coming up above the top rods, and we're just going to work our way down the river that way. We've got a clear line of sight. We can see the pike bungs. I've actually got bite alarms that I'm fishing on my ones as well. Jamie's just using bank sticks, but we can see the pike bungs. So we're just sort of standing back on the high banks, watching the pike bungs, and any movement is quite nice because where you've got the flow of the river going, any movement on those bungs, you get a big wake coming off of the float there to sort of draw your attention to it as well. But yeah, it's a lovely morning. Unfortunately that bite didn't develop into anything, but I'm sure, fingers crossed anyway, we'll get an opportunity at some point this morning. Right, so we've just tried the first spot for about an hour, and apart from the little investigation that Jamie had, that's been about it from this spot. But the sun's getting up, just travelling really light. We're going to go and have a little walk down the river and try the next spot. So fingers crossed we can find a pike downstream. Well, even though this snag tree looks absolutely prime for a big pike sitting underneath it, we've had the baits underneath there for about 30-40 minutes now, and no action to report. So we're going to leapfrog down the river. There's a big bend down there apparently that we're going to make our way down to, and we will catch one of these pike. We've just got to find them. So we're going to get mobile again, go see if we can find these pike. All right, it's getting exciting. Third spot of the day. And Jamie's just got a little dip on his float. Has it gone under? There we go.
Hasn't gone anywhere.
Just sitting with it, yeah?
It's too long, so I'm pretty sure that can pluck before. Quite far.
There he is.
That's very big. Oh, it's come off, isn't it?
Oh, it's come off.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, I was going to say it doesn't feel very big. Could have even been an eel looking at that.
Oh, I shredded it a bit.
Yeah.
Never
An eel
mind.
burying a smelt.
Well, there's a bit of excitement on a cold morning, so never mind, mate. Never mind. Well, it's getting later on in the afternoon now. You can probably see behind me there's a bit of cloud cover that's come over, and we're still waiting for that elusive pike. It's been a really, really cold day, really tough days fishing. Beautiful day to be out, you know, wouldn't change it for the world. It's been really good for, yeah, good for the soul really being out in this. But I've got my lovely herbal tea, whatever it is. I don't even know what flavour this is, but got my herbal tea. And I've just got some rods positioned down by some snag bushes here, just to see if the fish are sitting up tight underneath the snags on the far side. We've walked up to a different stretch of the river and given it a go there. But yeah, fingers crossed we can manage to sneak one out at the end, last part of this day. But hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying the scenic shots. Sorry there's not been any pike so far, but we're hoping to change that and get one on the bank soon. Cheers, guys. All right, we've got a bit of action. I think this one just grabbed it as Jamie was...
Not bad.
Did it grab it as you were picking it up?
Literally, I got right back to the margins with the smell and
he came and snaffled it.
It's the gills go, you know.
There he is. Oh, it's beautiful, mate. Yes, get in there.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Yeah, it was the last turn of the rear landing.
Well done, Jamie. Oh, what a lovely fish.
I'm getting it filthy.
Just rewards after a tough day on the bank, mate. So yeah, well done, that man.
Thank you very much.
Right, let's get some footage of her held up for the camera, I reckon. Yeah. Well, here we go, everyone. It's been a really tough day on the river, but this man's pulled it out of the bag. Look at this for a stunning fish. Absolute beauty. Probably around about mid doubles, I'd say, something like that.
Getting on for that, yeah.
It actually came up and took the dead bait as the rod was being retrieved in. So yeah, just twitched the bait a few times and it came up and hit it in the margins. Sort of like triggered you into feeding, didn't we? But yeah, beautiful markings on these river pike, they really are.
Almost got blue eyeshadow on.
It has, yeah, little tinges on there. No, it's absolutely stunning. So well done, Jamie.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully there'll be one more to come before we have to go home, but if not,
hopefully, yeah.
Well done, that man.
Cheers,
well done, that man.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Let's get her back.
I can't believe how that fish is so cold. Never felt quite like it.
Well, after that fish that Jamie had, we've moved down the river just slightly. You might be able to see Jamie behind me. He's actually sink and drawing, I think, a sardine through the margins there, just to see if he can entice another bite. I've actually moved over further down the river and opposite this inflow. I don't know if you can pick it up there in the camera. There's like a little stream coming off the fields, little inflow pipe that comes in, and it looks like a really good ambush spot. There's a big slack over there, nice eddy running down the inside here as well, and yeah, it looks like a nice spot to try for the last hour of the session. I think we're going to give it about an hour here, and then we're going to head back down to the bridge where we started the day, have one last go there before getting in the vans. But it has been a really fun and enjoyable day. Very, very, very cold, I'm not going to lie. -7 this morning. It was absolutely freezing, and it's probably, well, it feels like about 1-2 degrees at the moment, so still very, very cold. But we managed to catch a pike. I'm stoked about that. See if we can get another one. But hopefully you're enjoying watching this. Remember, subscribe to the video if you are enjoying these. Been lots more challenge videos coming up from G. And yeah, let's see if we can get one more pike on the bank before we go home. Right, with Jamie up here, he's had another inquiry. It's just a little dip on his float. It looks like he might be away again. What's happening, Jamie?
Acting very eely at the moment.
Acting rather eely, is it?
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
I can just see the float's just dipped under.
Being a big sardine,
Big bait, big fish?
big eel.
Big eel.
She's up again.
Oh.
Big bait for something to just
Burying down.
an eel.
Fish on.
I don't think it's a big pike, but it's down there. Let's see,
There she is.
We're being weak here, or is this just...
There he is. Come on. Yes! Good work, that man. Well
Definitely
done.
smaller, isn't it? Do
Double?
you reckon?
Yeah, well done, mate. Go. There we go, everyone. Look at that. Second pike of the day on the bank. To that man, Jamie, again. Absolutely beautiful creature. Probably around about 14 pound, I'd say, Jay, something like that.
Something around that, yeah.
But quite an old fish, this one, we think. It's got loads of leeches on it. It's been obviously sat up on the bottom for his cold weathers. Just put them down, sort of sitting down on the bottom of the riverbed there. But couldn't resist. What was that on, Jamie?
Sardine.
Couldn't resist a nice
Big old
oily
sardine.
injected sardine, eh, Jay?
It's freezing as well, this one.
It's
They're really cold.
Cold
at the
day
moment.
and cold fish, mate. But yeah, well done. Let's get her back.
Lovely.
See if we can get one more before we go home.
Yeah, for you again. Lovely.
Well, I'm not going to lie, when it got to about midday, I was a little bit nervous that we weren't going to get any pike today, but through hopping into lots of different swims, trying lots of likely looking areas, we've managed between the two of us to get 2 fish on the bank. Jamie's had both of those. I've not had a fish yet. Hopefully though, we've got one more spot to try, which is back at the bridge where we started. Looks really good for a pike there, so we can give it another half an hour at the bridge before the long trek back to the car and then the journey home. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. Those pike look amazing, don't they? They've got all those beautiful colours on them, the blues, the greens, the camouflage. Really impressive creatures. Yeah, hopefully I can get one on the bank, but we will see. I'm equally as excited though that Jay's had 2 fish. You know, like we've come up here together, we're fishing as a team, we're trying all these different spots. I don't know how many spots we've tried today, maybe 10 different spots we've tried. And we finally seem to have found what's working. And what is working is, rather than fishing up against the snags or against the reeds where you normally consider to be like hot spots for the pike, the bites are actually coming from the very middle of the river. It's as if the pike is sitting in the middle channel of the river where it's cold. They just want to go and lie there with the flow going over the top of them and just basically just sit it out the cold weather. And that's where Jamie's had both of his fish from. So when we go down to the bridge, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try putting baits in the middle of the river rather than tucking them up against the margins and up against snags and stuff, and just see if we can coax one more bite out of this session and get one more pike on the bank. But 2 double-figure fish on a cold day like this, yeah, that to me is a good session. Well, that's the end of a brilliant day's pike fishing. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Jamie, well done on your 2 fish.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It was a hard day, wasn't it, mate?
Very hard, yeah.
It was a hard day's fishing, cold day's fishing, but beautiful to be outside in the English countryside. And yeah, we managed 2 pikes, so that is superb. Definitely going to come out again, do some pike fishing before the season ends. Remember, if you're watching this and you haven't pike fished before, pike fishing is recommended sort of between mid-October through until March. Don't really want to be fishing for pike during the summer periods. Quite a lot of clubs and venues have actually got pike seasons that are different from the normal fishing seasons, so check that out before you go fishing. But yeah, I think we get out and do a bit more pike fishing. Maybe I might get another kind invite from this man to come down the the small river and try and catch an even bigger pike.
Redemption, yeah.
A brace of 20s next time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. That's it for this challenge video. Catch you soon. Remember to subscribe to the video. We've got a very long walk back to the car, so I'm going to go now because I'm puffing and blowing out my backside. Catch you soon, guys. Take care.